Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. We are here for our first ever boxing live stream that we have done on the channel. And the big thing is, this will actually be the first ever boxing fight I have watched live. I'm very excited for it. Anthony Joshua, he is just about to make his walk to the ring. He's going head to head with OLEKSANDR USYK, but this is going to be a great fight. From what I have heard, this is one that no one wants to miss, which is why we are going to be doing this matchup on the channel. USYK is better boxer than AM, says Brandon, and USYK inside 6, says Joseph. I think even though I am a complete boxing novice, I'm going to go for a prediction. In round 8, we will see the finish of this contest. But USYK, he's undefeated, 19-0. Anthony Joshua, he's got those 2 defeats on his record, one of which coming up against Andy Ruiz. That's about as far as my boxing knowledge goes. So I'm very excited for this one. We've got a massive day of combat sports. So it is going to be a little bit later on today. Kamaru Usman taking on Leon Edwards in the UFC. But Anthony Joshua, it sounded like from his walk, he's got a few people behind him being taken place for this one at the King Abdullah Sports Stadium in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, I believe it is. How are you going after last night? Says Brandon, I'm doing pretty well, although I did end up going to bed relatively late. About 3 a.m. I ended up sleeping. And then I got up at 8, rearing to go for this fight. Now, this one was scheduled to start at about 9:30 or so, but it is starting at 10 a.m. or so New Zealand time. What's up, Brandon, boy? How are you, mate? Says Joseph. Anthony Joshua now in the ring. We await the arrival of USYK. And here we go, Joshua for the win, says Gareth. Have you got a round prediction, Gareth, that you are going with Joshua to be able to win? And that's the thing. These two, they pack power. And all they need is to crisp shot to the jaw. My tongue's not working today. I think I'm too excited. And like I mentioned, I don't really watch a huge amount of boxing, but I know that this is a huge fight. And there are a lot of implications on the line. We see a focused looking USYK, who I learned the other day kind of looks like an actor, but I can't quite put my finger on which one. He's got a different haircut today. And USYK in the 7th, says Obi, for that one. But yeah, we have to wait and see how he goes. He is wearing the Ukrainian shirt, 19-0, undefeated in the boxing ring. And I have to say, compared to some of the other sports that I do watch, boxing does it so well with the promotional side of things. Like, they get introduced, and then you get that little highlight package of what they're all about, and it's quite awesome. And got a little interview for you guys. I think Hamish maybe got a link. And this is Brandon as well. But USYK, he's got strong hands. Interesting. They actually just said there from Olympic gold to world champion. So both USYK and Anthony Joshua have both got themselves gold medals, I believe. Like I mentioned, I know hardly anything about boxing. The only boxing fight I have seen in the past, when was the last boxing fight I watched? Been a while. Definitely one in full. I always see the highlights. I can back that, Gareth. A better boxer, tougher, but not as technical or technically good as Joshua. And Joshua's 6th round TKO, says Gareth as well. So it seems like overall we've got quite a few predictions in that mid-range of the fight. And then also the chance that either of these guys get caught on the chin early. We may see a knockdown. Now, I'm not too sure about the scoring system. I know a knockdown straight away becomes a 10-8 if I'm not wrong. So this will kind of be a nice learning experience for myself, learning about the ways of boxing, as I would quite like to do a few more in the future. I do enjoy watching boxing. It's just I've never really known where to watch it live. I'm watching on DAZN, and I can only see a USYK W, says Joseph there. Right. USYK about to make his way out to the ring. The crowd are definitely going to be fired up for it. And also George says, Brandon, we were actually hoping to have a George for this live stream, but currently seeing as it isn't raining, he is working. But more than likely it's going to rain this afternoon, and then that is when we will see possibly an appearance from George of some sort. And Joshua carrying too much muscle mass, which affects him in the later rounds. If USYK can contain him early, he'll have a good chance, says Obi. And yeah, he's coming into this fight looking extremely fit, Anthony Joshua, and looking extremely determined, his opponent here, and OLEKSANDR USYK. And for me, it's cricket, rugby, then boxing, says Gareth. You'll be very happy with getting to see this fight. I assume that they've got DAZN in South Africa as well, don't they? And I actually love the fact that you can watch it for only $15 rather than paying like $50 for a pay-per-view. Like $15 is just a little foot in the door. You get to see all of the fights in the upcoming month. Anyone who follows a bit of the social media side of things, you'll know that KSI has got a fight on DAZN coming up on about the 27th of August, I think it was. Only in about a week's time. But now in his corner, Usyk going to be ready to go. I believe we're less than 5 minutes away from this fight getting underway. Michael Buffer, the ring announcer. Of course, I've seen a lot of Bruce throughout the UFC as bro. And now Michael Buffer. Speaking of Buffer, that almost buffered a little bit. Hopefully the connection's not going to be too bad. The tail of the tape, 35 years of age for Usyk compared to the 32 of Anthony Joshua. A little bit of a height advantage to Joshua and a 10 kg weight advantage. So we'll have to wait and see how that does end up affecting it. Only a 68% knockout rate for OLEKSANDR USYK as well. Let's get ready to rumble, says Obi. Of course, I could have put a bit more effort into that one, couldn't I? And also, we have got Crazy and said in the chat. It's like, I'm very excited for this fight. Even though I have no idea about either of these guys, I decided the best way of doing this one, seeing as it was either going to be I needed to learn like years and years of boxing knowledge in a short period of time, I decided why not try out a new concept, which is only really know their records, where they're from and all that information. But other than that, not look at the way that they box, so that when we get to see it today, I'll give you guys pretty much my first impressions. Oh, Eddie Hearn in the corner of Anthony Joshua, I do see, which is interesting because isn't Eddie Hearn the main promoter for this one? But he is actually in Joshua's corner. I didn't actually realize you could do that. And Usyk for the win. Says Crazy and said, but we are listening to God Save the Queen at the moment. Anthony Joshua fired up. We did hear the Saudi Arabian national anthem a bit earlier on. So we are in Jeddah for this monumental clash. Now, this is actually the same stadium, I believe, that the WWE have gone to a few times for Super Showdown, where we have seen a few legends return, and these two are legends in their own right. Someone is going to be walking home with the title. Usyk is defending. Now let's get ready to rumble, says that Crazy and said. And I was mentioning about the fact that we were hoping to do UFC a little bit later on, but I should also clarify whether or not George comes also affects that a little bit, because I believe if he comes around and Daniel's also available, we may be going out and about possibly then. So we'll see how we're going, but I am hoping to do Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards, but I don't know whether or not that will be taking place for today if everyone is free. Ukrainian national anthem currently playing. Usyk, this man's face has not changed since the walkout. He is determined. Doesn't look like he is blinking an eyelid. He's quite scary, really, isn't he? He's staring down the lens into my soul. And I feel like he's about to punch me. Luckily, I am on the other side of the world. I am coughing a little bit. I got Weet-Bix stuck in my throat. And do you want to show them? Interview Same as Brandon. I might put it on the Discord a little bit later on for you. And I would like Edwards to win, but I am English in RUC. His average heavyweight boxing is where it's at. Says Joseph, and you're off to the booty club to pick me up, says Cozy and said. Not exactly. Probably more likely either. Well, that's the thing. If it's raining, we're probably doing something. We might be filming videos. We have actually got a Wii Sports video coming out on this channel a little bit later on tonight. So that will be at about 8 p.m. New Zealand time. And that's an interesting video, to say the least. Ukrainian national anthem. I don't think I've ever heard it, but it is now finished. Usyk. Oh, sorry, I keep on calling him Usyk rather than Usyk. Or Usyk, sorry. But now the national anthems are done. We are less than 5 minutes. Fury is training for the UFC. Says Obi, I did hear that Eddie Hearn is hoping that we do end up seeing Anthony Joshua win this fight so that they can set up Fury versus Joshua, which would be a huge one. Fury is my favorite boxer, the Gypsy King. We were actually him on the UFC the other day, me and George, when we did our live stream. Now, it's a lot of belts in the ring. Anthony Joshua, like we mentioned, he's coming in 10 kgs heavier. It's looking like he's got plenty of muscle mass today. And Usyk now Looks like he's getting fired up by his corner. Anchorage Vianos, what is your favorite thing? What you have, says Brandon. Is in my favorite item? I guess just my PC, really, because it does mean that I can stream. But then saying that, I'd need a microphone and the camera. So I guess my phone, because I could stream from there if I really needed to. Fury will mop Joshua and everything else, and everyone else, and he just needs to unify the titles and then go snort cocaine off ladies' bottoms for the rest of his life. Here's Gareth. But the judges, we have got a US judge, a UK judge, and a Ukrainian judge. And Luis Pabon is going to be the referee from Puerto Rico. Right. The build-up is just about over. We have seen... I mean, I haven't seen a lot of this build-up to this one. Like I mentioned, I wanted to keep it as a first experience type of thing. So I don't believe I've ever watched an Anthony Joshua fight. And the same can be said about Usyk. I probably have seen highlights of both of them without realizing. But I decided I wanted to keep it completely fresh, a clean slate. He's just said, let's get ready to rumble. So that means they probably are about to. Now, this one can go 12 rounds. Should mention 12 rounds of 3 minutes for anyone who doesn't know the boxing side of things. Anthony Joshua, he has had 24-2 for his record, 22 knockouts. So anytime he fights, he's got a pretty good chance of knocking the other bloke out if he doesn't get knocked out himself, just like up against Andy Ruiz. But then he was able to come back and win that rematch. And mine too, since Lennox and their first experience, says Gareth. And there as well. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I watched the Big Show versus Lloyd Mayweather at WrestleMania 24, but I don't think that really counts as a boxing fight, does it? So I think they worked out who was going to win that one. Floyd Mayweather gave him a bit of a knock. I actually kind of expected that I would have watched Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, but I actually didn't watch it live. Anthony Joshua, they have just announced his name, which means Usyk. It's probably still staring at him from across the ring. And tell you what, you got to be a pretty bold individual to pull off that haircut. I keep on thinking that says 13 kids, but it says 13 KOs, 19-0. So a little bit of a lower winning rate, but a 2016 Olympic gold medal for Joshua, a 2012 Olympic gold medal for Usyk. And the belt is going to be on the line. Usyk, just a little sly smile there, only a little bit. He's very, very concentrated. I like it. Feel like he's going to go out there, maybe take a couple rounds just to feel out Joshua, because these two have fought before, which does make it just a little bit more interesting as these two. They already know a little bit about each other. They will be evolving their game. OLEKSANDR USYK. It's quite a big round of applause from the Saudi Arabian fans. And Mayweather is my least favorite boxer. Says Obi in there, but the two meet in the middle. They will touch gloves. Okay, Anthony Joshua, he's got about a 10-centimeter height advantage. You'd have to think that there's a little bit of a reach advantage in that regard as well. But first round just about to get underway. I bloody love the drink bottles that they have. They just squirt it straight into the mouth. Feel like rugby could learn a lot from those ones, because you know when you try and squeeze the bottle and it just, the lid pops off and you just tip it down your front, that's the worst feeling in the world. Well, probably not the worst. Top 5. Now, Anthony Joshua, like they're saying, he can't be good to win this fight. He has to be great. And the bell has rung. And the two individuals do lock up in the center. Looks like Usyk at the moment trying to lead the dance, getting Joshua on the back foot. But instead, Joshua does try and advance with a bit of foot control on the outside. Couple jabs thrown by Usyk. Just throwing the right out there, trying to make sure that Joshua stays away. A little bit of a bob and a weave. Don't believe either competitor has landed a strike as of yet, but as soon as they do, we will certainly know about it. Anthony Joshua chant going up in the crowd, first of 12 rounds. And how can you watch this? I am on DAZN at the moment. And hey, Michelle, how are you, mate? Usyk for the win, says striking down under. I hope you are doing well, bud. That's gone straight down the middle, splitting the guard of Joshua with the left hand from Usyk. Now popping the jab out. Joshua returns one of his own. Going with the left, whereas Usyk going with the right. Opposite stances here for them. Bit more of an orthodox stance from Usyk. Couple more jabs being thrown out there. No one rushing this fight. You've got 36 minutes going head-to-head with a very tough opposition on both sides. Joshua at the moment slightly marching forward. Usyk still just throwing out that jab just to let him know that it's there. He hasn't connected too many times with it. In fact, it might be that, that time it got through for Usyk. Now swinging a bit of a right hook, guys. Just clip the jaw of Joshua. Neither man has been rocked yet, which actually was one of the betting ones and Love Usyk song during the pre-game presentations. And there says Gareth, yeah, and he's looked fired up ever since making his way out to the ring. Pretty tame start to this fight. Both men determined just to make sure that, that was a bit of a left hook swing from Usyk. Bit of head movement. Gets the body shot in from Joshua. Second one in the round. Left hook from Usyk. Then another jab just trying to split the guard of Joshua. Couple more thrown. The moment you'd have to say Usyk probably the busier fighter in this first round, although Joshua just hit him with a straight right. Get down through body shot attempt from Usyk, may have just clipped the abdominal. Trying to mix it up a little bit, up and down. Oh, that was a good shot from Usyk. Managed to click with the jaw. Now Joshua throws to the body. These two starting to fire up with the last 30 seconds of round number one. Oh, uppercut. Now they're in the clinch. Joshua throwing a couple nice uppercuts there. He's getting told off by the referee. I struggle to know the refereeing rules of boxing. I'll be honest, I'm better when it comes to the UFC, that side of things. But I'm loving this first fight that I've ever watched live between these two. Usyk now splits the guard of Joshua with the left. 10 seconds left. Body shot from Joshua seems to be where he's targeting in round one, and that is the end of it. Right, I have no idea how to score that. I would say that Usyk seemed like he was landing a few more of the more significant strikes, whereas Joshua at the end probably doing a bit more damage to the body, but head-wise, he did get clipped with a very nice shot from Usyk, so that might help him out a little bit. And Mayweather dodged Pac-Man until Packy was old, then claims he was better. Mayweather will never fight a fight he could lose, says Gareth. Bunnings EPC today, are you doing anything? I don't believe we've got any Bunnings EPC scheduled at this stage, but Usyk did manage to get a nice right hook through. Or sorry, a right jab it was. Connected when Joshua, he just overextended with his left, ended up sitting in no man's land, and Usyk was able to connect that one. So I'd say round one goes to Usyk 10-9. And great round, Usyk won it, says Obi in there as well. All right, back off the stools now. Anthony Joshua taking some deep breaths, of course, with that extra 10 kg, taking every little millisecond that he can on the stool, and they meet back in the middle for round two. Body shot from Anthony Joshua. We heard that one from back here. Now Usyk, a little bit more on the defensive style for the second round, getting stepped back a little bit more from Joshua. Now trying to march forward. Joshua having to make sure he keeps that guard tight, or else Usyk has the power. Another body shot. Joshua, he knows that this is a 12-rounder and has to try his absolute best to stop Usyk from being able to keep that power game late. And at 6 a.m., says Brandon, also 10-9 Usyk. Now, Usyk looking like he's going with that left jab. He hasn't been able to get it through too many times. It's actually been when Joshua does throw that he's been the most dangerous. He ducks under that right hand of Joshua. Now the 1-2. Usyk, some nice head movement. Joshua, we haven't seen a huge amount of throwing, but he has actually thrown probably more body shots than he has to the head. Usyk just sticking that left one out. Nice double pump there from Anthony Joshua. Rips the body, tries to get him in the lungs, or not the lungs, sorry, the kidney. Or the liver, in fact. We'll go through all the vital organs that a human does have. And now, nice pump and jab from Usyk. Joshua at the moment just keeping. Oh, that was a nice left hook, though. Managing to get it around the back of the guard of Usyk. It's currently just a little bit behind Joshua, but with 12 rounds, you got plenty of time to be able to get yourself in that fight. Beautiful jab from Usyk, being able to get it straight on the forehead of Anthony Joshua, who does try and fire back with a jab of his own. Nice 1-2 to the body, then up top round the hook. That was from Joshua. Usyk now staying light on his feet, having to try and parry or dodge a lot of these big shots. Nice jab, double jab. Was actually retreating when he hit the second for Usyk. little bit more aggressive from Anthony Joshua. He's got the UK behind him. And Eddie Hearn behind him, I should say. What was your prediction? I was Joshua 6 TKO. I didn't actually decide who I thought was going to win, but I said the 8th round is when we're going to get to see the finish. So, yeah, I think there's a chance with the fact that it has started a little bit slow, although second round has certainly sped up now. Usyk, once again, trying to use that jab, dodging the long arms of Anthony Joshua, who almost ran straight into a hook from the Ukrainian. Usyk now tries to go to the body, which I think we'll see from Joshua. Nice head movement, but also still catches with a couple there, Joshua. Another jab right on the nose. Triple attempt there, and a nice one coming from the back from Joshua with the right. 10 seconds left in the round, and this one's a little bit closer. Body head from Usyk, but then firing back Anthony Joshua. A couple big jabs at the end of that round. Right, well, that gets a little bit harder to score. As a complete boxing novice, I would say that Joshua took that round, maybe. So we might be sitting at 1 round apiece this current point in time. And I'm paying $5 for South to the win today. If I win, I get $11. But I've only lost $17 on my own money. The rest of it being free bonus bets, says Max. And Usyk in the 7th, says Obi. Now Usyk still looking very calm at the moment, taking a couple deep breaths in his corner. So I don't think that round went as well for Usyk as the first. But Joshua, did he manage to do enough? He got a couple big shots. He got a nice left hook. And also he was going to the body a little bit more. Went body, head for one of his combos. It was a beautiful one, including a little bit of an uppercut to that body, just ripping it into the midsection. Now, the two are ready to go. Usyk already off his stall. Joshua taking every last second that he's allowed to on that stall once again, and coming out firing there. Usyk throwing 2 already. Now, still very light on his feet here, Usyk, because he is a lighter fighter. It does seem like he's got a little bit more spring in the step in the early stages. But when I think about it, Usyk probably doesn't have power to knock him out. So it could go to the final, says Obi. And yeah, with about 80% finishing rate, 22 knockouts for the Anthony Joshua compared to the 13 of Usyk. But Usyk undefeated, but he's just ate a body shot there and a jab to follow with the left hook. It's a nice low shot from Anthony Joshua, who is now walking forward. Nice hook, left and then the right. No one being dropped in this game. No one even being wobbled, and we're probably sitting at 10-9 split, says Gareth there. Now, bit of a bob. And almost connecting with that straight. Nice quick jab. Snapped out there by Usyk. Joshua still trying to get that body jab going. If he gets another rip to the side, that would be a very handy one. He's just been punched in the chest there by Usyk. Or sorry, Usyk. I've said his name about 15 times differently in this fight, so I do apologize for that one. Now Joshua trying to counter from the jab of Usyk. Nice head movement, actually ending up going either way now. A little bit of a 1-2-1-2 from Usyk. Nice jab getting through that guard of Usyk. How big are these gloves, by the way, ladies and gentlemen? I feel like I should know. Are they 4 ounce or are they a bit bigger than that? Now Usyk trying to avoid. He's having to move quite a bit throughout this one, moving on the back, which of course is a lot more tiring than walking forward. Nice body rip there up to the head with the uppercut, and they do clinch. Puerto Rican referee, a little bit of a jab there from Anthony Joshua while they were in the clinch. Usyk yet to throw anything when they are face to face in that situation. Now starting to free up a little bit from both fighters. Usyk with his hands a little bit lower. Joshua saw it and tried to go for the massive uppercut. Now Usyk connects with the left. Joshua with a straight jab with the right hand. Does manage to get through. Nice up and under from Usyk. Went to the body, then the head. Now the double pump of the left with the right over the top. Getting a little bit busier now in round 3. These two starting to warm up. Anthony Joshua trying to get Usyk up against the ropes, and that was a good jab. But Usyk still marches forward. He's an absolute warrior, this man. And let's go, Usyk. Says Crazy NZ. 14 seconds left of round 3. This is a harder round to score because we've seen a busy Anthony Joshua. But Usyk, I'd say, has done just a little bit more damage in this round, although one of those jabs from Joshua was very handy. That's a nice one too. He went tap, tap, and then with the hook round the side. I think that might almost sway it in the favor of Usyk right at the end of the ground. And 8 to 20 gloves. They look like 10s. Okay, sorry, 4-ounce gloves is MMA, isn't it? I've just realized I went way too small with the gloves. Joshua, nice hook right on the ear of Usyk there. But the end of the round did look very handy from Usyk. Was able to get himself a double pump of the jab. They've only shown the one shot, though, and that was Joshua's hook. So maybe they are saying that he was just able to take the round 10-9. Thrown so far, Usyk has thrown 146 or 147 shots, only landing 22, whereas Anthony Joshua, a little bit more precise. He has only thrown less than 100, but he has landed 23, one more, and Joshua chose heavier Grant gloves this time around, says Gareth there. He gets off the stall late. Joshua marches back to the middle. He's got that reach advantage, although Usyk closing the gap very early in round 4 we are up to now. It's been flying by 3-minute rounds. Joshua now trying to dodge a couple of those shots. Nice cross from the left hand of Usyk. Joshua still trying to march forward, trying to have that foot position on the outside of Usyk. Isolate a little bit of that power. That's a nice shot to the ribcage, though, from the Ukrainian. Now Joshua does the bubble. Don't know what a bubble is, but he did a double pump to the body there, holding in the clinch. A little bit of a warning from the Puerto Rican referee. Joshua looked confused, and Joshua chose, I read the one, for the heavier gloves. Now, nice jab from Joshua. Currently, Usyk. Both men have had their relatively big shots. No one been dropped, but when they clash like that, there's a good chance that we could see, a little bit of a headbutt there, they have said, between the two individuals. Now, Usyk walking forward. Joshua takes the jab to the face, which is not what he would have been wanting early on in this fight. No one's really been hit by that massive shot. I'd say the biggest significant strike of the fight has probably been that body shot that we saw from Anthony Joshua in round 2. Usyk. Both men meet each other with the jabs. Now, nice bit of work there from Anthony Joshua. Goes low, then high. That seems to be the combination he's gone with the majority of the time throughout this fight. Usyk now takes a big shot, even with that guard up. Did feel that one. He's got a chin on him, though, Usyk. That is for sure. He does not go down very easy at all. You don't get 19-0 without being able to face off against some of the big juggernauts of the heavyweight division. Now, once again, Anthony Joshua just selling a bit of a dummy there. Rather than going to the body, just sells the feint. I've realized I'm kind of throwing in rugby terms as well. Will Fury fight the winner? I know that if Anthony Joshua wins, Eddie Hearn was very keen on seeing Tyson Fury Joshua. Would be massive for the UK. I'm not too sure about the plans if Usyk wins, and he's just done a couple hooks. And nice work there. Quick hands from OLEKSANDR USYK. Now gone, mixing it up. He managed to get the body shot, then the hook. He's caught Joshua, but Joshua's marching forward. He doesn't mind that he's been hit a few times in the face. He wants to keep this fight firing. Couple good quick jabs from Usyk. Fight back from Joshua, just missing that uppercut. If that connects under the chin, you're going down no matter who you are, I would think. Anthony Joshua once again goes to the body. These two both gold medalists at Olympics in their respective years. Usyk tried to go over the top with a nice shot from his left. Joshua now once again still popping out that jab, and it looks like neither man's willing to fire with the last 5 seconds of this round. Usyk got the nice leg jab, and Joshua throws back a couple late ones. And that will be the end of the round. Little bit of swagger from Anthony Joshua as he makes his way back to his corner. I've just realized how bad I am at scoring boxing fights. I have no idea who's winning this now. I know that the first round's probably 10-9 for each guy. These 2 last rounds, I'm probably a bit lost. I'll have to ask you guys who have watched a bit more boxing who you would give that round to. Great shot from Usyk. Splitting the guard. He was busier in that round. He was swinging his hook pretty nicely. That left hook seems to be money for Usyk. And that was even round, says Obi. I've seen that Fury isn't interested. He seems to be going back into that Fury after beating Klitschko. Excuse my spelling, says Gareth. Hey, well, if Anthony Joshua connected with that big uppercut, it was going to be danger. But Usyk using that footwork beautifully. And Joshua swinging a couple big shots at the end of the round. Didn't really connect with any of them. Now, Usyk at the moment, Mannix's score, he's got it 10-10 Oh, he gave the first 2 rounds to Anthony Joshua, which is interesting, though. So he's got it even either way, though. After the first 4, and 10-9 Usyk split. And there says Gareth. Now, Anthony Joshua once again does find himself going forward, although he's been clipped on the jaw there from Usyk. He seems to have quite a bit of power at the moment, Usyk, but I believe it's also because he's catching Joshua when he's off balance, which has helped him out big time. When connecting, no one has been dropped yet. That shot could have done it. Usyk able to parry it, though, with the left. Good head movement, dodging that left jab of Anthony Joshua. Now, nice double thrown from Usyk. The Saudi Arabian crowd getting right in behind them. I haven't heard too many Anthony Joshua chants from the UK fans, but they may have to get behind him later in this fight. Keep him in it. Usyk now. Nice throw. Double jab from Joshua with the left. He has got that reach advantage. He's trying to use it, but Usyk's footwork is crisp, which normally does mean that he is able to get inside of that extra distance. And also with him marching forward, does help him out as well. Nice body shot. Gets hit with the hook from Joshua. Both men ducking in. Oh, did that hit him below the belt? Yes, it did. Usyk's taking it straight in the what can you call it other than the testicles? He didn't like it very much, as you wouldn't. Oh, geez, Usyk. He's just done the cross. He's asking for forgiveness from the Lord, asking that his balls get out of his throat, and he will be ready to go in a short moment. He's got plenty of time, though. Now, they are saying it was on the thigh, so he might have been all right. Maybe it didn't quite hit the balls. Point lost, says Obi in there. Now, a double jab from Usyk. Now, good body shot from Usyk. Anthony Joshua maybe looking to go a little bit higher with it, of course, not allowed to hit below the belt. Nice long jab from Joshua. Oh, good body shot there. Usyk would have felt that one. That one was just above the belt. Usyk, he's not jumping around or springing in a step as much as he was in the earlier rounds, although now he's just, as I said there, he's decided to do a little bit of a jump. I'm hearing an AJ chant. He took one on the chin there, but tried to fire back. I don't think he's too happy with Usyk. He's marching him forward. I think something might have happened there in the clinch. I don't know whether it was something to do with maybe a head clash or whether it was just that they weren't too happy with each other. But Usyk at the moment keeping his hands down. It's a risky tactic up against AJ. He almost takes one to the chin. Nice left jab thrown by Usyk. Doesn't connect though. Joshua now. He's got 30 seconds left of round 5 to try and take it out. And also, Hamish, is it your first boxing live stream? It is indeed, and it's actually the first time I have ever watched a boxing fight live. So I'm absolutely loving it. Certainly something different to what I have done in the past. We've done a lot of rugby, cricket. It's definitely a different tempo to cricket, that is for sure. Joshua now throws out the double jab to close out the round. Don't think we're going to see either man rocked once again here. I wonder, that's the thing. We haven't seen either man go down yet. When they do go down, if they go down, who is it going to be? And will they stay down? And hey, Hamish, how's it, man? Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. You'll be very happy with how South Africa went in the cricket, getting the job done by the end of day 3, which was massive. And Common AJ jab that southpaw, says Gareth. And will you do more in the future, says Coding? If it is something you guys would like to see, yeah, do let me know. Because at the end of the day, like, I do enjoy watching boxing. It's just more of the fact that I normally end up watching highlights of the fights rather than the pay-per-views. But if this is something you guys do want to see, it will probably cost me a little bit of the moolah because I will have to buy the pay-per-views more than likely, but it's all good. I do enjoy doing this. Who's on top, says Distracted Sports. At the moment, it's a tricky one to call. In my limited boxing knowledge, I would say that Usyk is up 3 rounds to 2. But I could be wrong. Could be very wrong. But I think the first 2 rounds we scored may be right. Other than that, though, I think I'm pretty clueless. Anthony Joshua gets off his stool. And now they are back to the middle for round 6. Usyk tries to go to the body straight away. Still throwing out that left jab. Nice 1-2 there. Trying to get him concentrated on that jab up top. And then went to the body. This heavyweight title's on the line between these two individuals. Usyk as the defending champ. Keeping that guard high. Trying to avoid Anthony Joshua. He's got a nice shot there with the left hook. And it was as Usyk was ducking in as well. Only just managed to avoid that one. He was on the ropes. Now, double blow. Nice low shot from Usyk. Does come back up with the right hook. And in boxing, live scores are not shown. That's the problem. And also, who won, Amish? Good morning, says Aiden. We are still in there. We are at round 6 of this fight currently. Usyk tries to go for the left hook. Relatively blocked by Anthony Joshua, although he didn't block the right. Nice jab from Joshua. Does fire back with the 1-2 straight down the middle. Now goes to the body. Usyk does a combo, just manages to narrowly duck under that big swinging shot from AJ. Usyk spinning away to his right at the moment, trying to take away a little bit of that power of Anthony Joshua with that backhand, which is the right hook. I'm hoping AJ wins. Yeah, enjoyed the early win for the Proteas, and Usyk should be winning on the scoreboard. So here's Gareth there. Defending champ as well. He will certainly want to make sure he's taking that title home with him round 6. Nice double jab there from Usyk. Like they're saying, both men are still dangerous. All it takes is one massive shot to the jaw, and either man could go down. But OLEKSANDR USYK at the moment, he's looking pretty comfortable out there, although AJ's trying to make it a little bit more uncomfortable heading into those later rounds. Now, nice one too. The left and the right from AJ. Goes to the body. Usyk felt that one, using his body and also the head movement to be able to get off the rope. Now charging forward, the boys almost go into the clinch, I said, but the fighters to almost make themselves head to head. Double jab from Usyk with the right, and now goes with the left jab, right hook. Joshua tries to fire back with a hook of his own of the right. Usyk getting a few extra feints from Anthony Joshua there when he's not throwing, and I think that's because of that constant right hook or the right jab, just kind of piecing it out. The wheels are falling off in the Black Caps Indies. Innings versus West Indies, says Distracted Sports. Are they playing again today? I thought that they had another day off, but they are certainly doing plenty of them in a row. And as an early morning in New Zealand current time, it is sitting 10:37 a.m., so not actually too bad for us here in New Zealand. Anthony Joshua with 10 seconds left, looking to try and close out this round with a possible round win. Usyk just willing to close it out. Right, that round I would say went to Joshua at a guess. So I'd say that it's 3-3 at the moment between these two individuals, and we're halfway through the fight. Do let me know what you thought of the first half and who you think might be able to take it out. My prediction was that we were going to see a finish in round 8. That's a bold prediction because I don't really know boxing. We're 183 for 9. And wrong strategy from AJ. Too much body stuff. Usyk can tough that out. Says Gareth, yeah, he's a tough individual. And it was actually, we did see Usyk probably looking the most, I guess, uncomfortable when Joshua was right in his face, going for those body shots. And then in the process, though, that head movement, Anthony Joshua, I don't believe he actually landed a single strike in that process, other than maybe that body shot. Other than that, it was just missing the face. Thrown so far with the power punches. Usyk has landed 44. Anthony Joshua landing 31. Very similar with how many these two men have thrown. Joshua taking the deep breaths, staying on the stool when he gets back to his feet for the start of round 7, going into deep water here for these two athletes. And no Hamish series is tied in West Indies and New Zealand. Third ODI to be played in Sunday, says Coding, although it is actually Sunday. So is that Sunday New Zealand time or Sunday for yourself? And morning, Kiwi lads. Usyk for the win, says Nathan there. And 10-9 Usyk split. And 19 Joshua, says Gareth there as well. But hope you are doing well, Nathan. Who do you think's winning? Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. Nice body shots from both individuals. Uppercuts to the midsection. Now nice swinging body hook from Joshua. Oh, he's only just dodged that right hook, or the left hook, in fact, it was, of Usyk, trying to mix it in, going for the body and then to the head. Both men building up a little bit more for their tempo. They both know if they can get a knockdown now, it could be the momentum shifter in this fight. Usyk once again. Double jab with the right. He's got the southpaw versus orthodox combo here, which is quite cool to see. Oh, Joshua just had a little bit of a wobble in his knee. I don't think it was anything serious, but it was just a little bit of a misstep from AJ. Usyk at the moment, he is going to be the man just out of reach for Joshua, but it does mean every once in a while he's got to shoot in and try and get a couple big shots of his own. keep those points being scored. Nice 1-2 attempt from Joshua, although Usyk once again using that beautiful head movement to be able to dodge many of the shots coming back at him. Once again, Usyk just weaving side to side. Great head movement. Joshua unable to strike with that left jab. Now, double put out there by Usyk. 16 body shots. I said I'm a munter. I'm watching a replay of the game. I thought it was live, says Distracted Sports. And as this is the first time these two fight, they have actually fought before. This is their second one. Last time it was Usyk who was able to win it. Big shot there. Saw Joshua's head snap back with that short left hand to the left. Oh, sorry, short left hand is the left. Now a nice couple shots from Usyk, almost catching him with the hook. There was Joshua. A little bit of swelling on the face. Oh, Joshua would say just under that right eye. Starting to see a little bit of that swelling. And the commentators are saying that Anthony Joshua needs to try and change the momentum of this fight, falling into old habits. And Distracted, I was thinking there's no game. There's OB. And you're Distracted, you watch the second ODI and how hard is boxing in terms of injury and physical fitness. It is a dangerous sport. It is certainly a dangerous sport. But like fitness-wise, some of these guys have cardio that is absolutely incredible. So it's almost going to be the end. Around 7, couple big shots coming from Usyk at the end. But I have no idea who won that round. I think it was relatively even. We saw a couple big shots from Joshua, but maybe Usyk just taken that one as well. Now, what do the corners say if you're Anthony Joshua's here? You've got to try and change the way that this fight is going, because currently Usyk looking like he's getting a little bit more comfortable in the later rounds. That was a great shot. Joshua just stuck out the hand, and then from there Usyk was able to get that left hook going, and then also the left jab. I'm changing my mind. Usyk took that round. Neither of these guys would take Wilder or Fury, honestly, says Gareth in there. So currently Usyk 68-65, the scoring on Mannix's scorecard. So he gave the first 2 rounds to Joshua. The next 5 he's gone to Usyk. I think at the moment am I sitting 4-3? Am I scoring or 5-3? I'm either, or 5-2. I think I'm 5, how many rounds we had? 7. I think I was 4-3 for my scoring, but like I mentioned, this is one of my first boxing fights, so probably a mile off with it. Now, nice work from the Ukrainians once again, trying to keep that tempo high. Joshua, what happened there? Oh, okay. So it was actually Usyk who ended up standing on the foot of Anthony Joshua, hence why he had a little bit of a wobble there. I think that is the second time it's happened. Oh, no, he's actually slipped. The ground's too wet. Okay, they've said that in the fight prior, the ground was too wet, so they're actually drying the ground at the moment because Anthony Joshua slipped. I thought that he might have actually been stood on, but you're actually allowed to stand on the opposition foot, aren't you? The fitness level of boxing is unmatched. In all sports, I think swimming is second. Maybe I'm incorrect. Season Costy and Wilder versus AJ will be great, or would be great, but AJ would never take that fight. Says OB there. But yeah, who knows? Maybe if you guys do want to see more boxing in the future, we might get to see a few of those big combinations. I think it's the thing of I don't really know where to watch a lot of the boxing. I'm glad that I found DAZN, though. How much money it costs to purchase to watch the pay-per-view fight subscription, which channel says coding. So I am watching it on DAZN, so I believe it's $15 US that it has cost me. Oh, once again, Joshua having a bit of a slip. I think that might have actually been the stepping on the toes of Usyk. But yeah, it's going to be $16 US or $15 US, sorry, for this fight. So I guess that works out to be, with the exchange rate of $1.60 or so, you're probably looking at, I guess, about a $25 fight for this one. Something along those lines. Nice shot from Joshua going downstairs on that left hook to the body of Usyk. Still trying to fatigue the big Ukrainian, although Joshua coming in 10 kgs to the advantage. So that will mean that he might end up losing a little bit more of his stamina. Big shots from Usyk. Now firing back. He's struck him with about 4 out of the 5 shots thrown. Another jab. Snapping the head back at Joshua. Joshua looking a little bit more busy in this round, though. We're up to round 8. This was the round that I said we would see a finish of this contest. We haven't even seen a knockdown between these two sides as of yet. Joshua taking some big shots, but so is Usyk, trying to slap him with that short hand hook for Anthony Joshua. Just evading it was Usyk. Now throwing out the jab. Both men seem like, now that we're getting into the later stages, nice body hit from Usyk. Starting to speed up the tempo just a little bit. I'm putting at this currently as Usyk 2 rounds to Anthony's 1. Again, depending on how it's scored, another body shot from Joshua. 3-punch combination to the body, and they will be splitting. It looks like taking a couple little bit of a deeper breath from Usyk there. A little bit of a wince, like they're saying on the commentary. Didn't like that last body shot. Best combination of the fight for Anthony Joshua here. Once again, going for a couple jabs, splitting the guard of Usyk, the champion. Now Joshua almost getting caught there. 30 seconds left of this last, or of this 8th round, I should say. We're not quite in the last yet. Ducking down. Usyk takes that shot with the left hook. Now firing back. Both of them really starting to go for it here. 10 seconds left of the round. Good head movement from Usyk. I'm starting to slur my words at the moment. Good shot there. Body from Usyk, or body from Joshua. Head from Usyk. Now firing back, and that's the end of round 8. And also a boxer couldn't finish the triathlon. I'm putting this currently as Usyk 2 rounds to Anthony's 1, depending on how they are scored. And it can watch fights for free on VipBox, says Crazy and Z. Although I think that's the thing. I'm going to probably end up paying for the UFC pay-per-view a little bit later on today as well. It's going to be an expensive day to watch all of the pay-per-views that are on. I think me and George might be watching the UFC if he comes round, or we might end up going out and about for the prelims and then maybe coming back for the main card. I have to agree with Gareth. And there says Nkosi, and a triathlete couldn't finish 12 rounds, says Gareth. And yeah, it's a different type of fitness. I've done parts of the coast. I've done parts of the coast to coast. It was murder, says Obi. Now, we did see more body shots from Joshua in that round. Usyk did have a little bit of that wince. Like they're saying, if they keep on going to the body, Usyk will slow down. They've still got another 4 rounds left to fight, though. Usyk going to fire back straight away. Few extra gloves, or a few extra shots being thrown, but Joshua with a strong double left jab. Just back up the champion, OLEKSANDR USYK. Nice dodge, but he almost walked straight into the left of Joshua there. Nice head movement from AJ, just managing to keep away from that strong right hook of Usyk. I guess, when was the last time we had a fight that didn't have a knockdown? Gareth, you'll probably know this one. There's probably quite a few, but a championship fight with no knockdowns. When was the last one in recent times? Do let me know. So these two at the moment, it looks like we might be heading that way, unless Usyk does get dropped by that body shot of Joshua. May actually come up relatively soon. Joshua asking for him to come up. Try go to his head. He's using that head movement nicely, though. Ripping to the body, although it may have caught him just under the armpits, and not a lot of effect there for Anthony Joshua. That's a big shot to the body, though. Usyk felt that one, and he doesn't look too happy about it. Left hand from Anthony Joshua, starting to find his momentum later on in this fight, which I think a lot of people felt was going to be the opposite. Thought with that extra muscle mass that he might start slowing down. For Fury Wilder, 3 of the best knockdowns, or was best knockdown, says Obi. Now rips the body once again right on the belt. The referee says try and keep it a little bit higher. And like they're saying, Usyk might be feeling the effects of the body shots. 3 hooks in a row from Joshua, but Usyk has eaten it like a champion that he is. It was right, left, right. Now he has got a nice shot back there for Usyk. Goes to the body. He felt that. And now he is covered up. Almost ate the uppercut. Anthony Joshua aggressive here in round number 9. 1 minute left. Usyk being backed up. That was back of the head from Anthony Joshua. Starting to get a little bit of scrappy out there. And when are you streaming cricket next, says Ahmad? I'm not too sure when our next cricket one is. Body shot once again. I will fill you in on it. In between the rounds, Usyk backing up. Could we see the first knockdown of the fight? It's a clean right from Anthony Joshua, but now the two fighters split. Anthony Joshua seems like he's starting to find a bit more of that cardio. Like Usyk just ducks his head. He's got to be careful doing that because Joshua loves an uppercut. Although at the moment, anywhere that he puts his head, Joshua is striking. Precision from AJ here. Usyk now eats the left hook and the right. Spits to the side. He's not too happy with that one. Now connects back with a couple of his own. This round is heavily Anthony Joshua's. Like they're saying, most dominant round holding together now. Body shot from Usyk, body shot from Anthony Joshua. We're starting to see a little bit more of a kind of a ducking from Usyk. He felt a lot of those body shots. He's streaming the second test in South Africa versus England. I believe that one will probably be the next one that we do end up doing an eye from Ahmad a bit earlier on. Very different, bit of that slow twitch versus fast twitch muscle difference in a triathlon is really tough, but I think boxing is more challenging as it is different every round, says Nkosi. And yeah, I guess the benefit is with a triathlon compared to boxing is people aren't punching you in the face, because it's that whole thing. You can be the fittest man in the world, but you take a shot to the liver or a shot to the chin that rocks you, and all of a sudden you go into just pretty much, I guess, what you call autopilot kind of thing. Like your brain gets scrambled, and then from there, you've got to try and find pretty much that depths of your cardio to try and work out how to get out of the next round and try and still finish your opponent. And I think the last round match was Fury and Wilder drawing in 2018. Geez, that's a wee while, isn't it? Currently, Usyk and Joshua, a scorer or someone who has given their scores, has given it as 1 point in favour of Usyk. So pretty close. Sonny Bill Williams fitness for rugby league, rugby union, and boxing. Oosh, says Nathan, and agreed. Says Obi there now. Nice 1-2 from Usyk, firing back with that quick snapping right hook. Joshua almost had a bit of a smile on his face there. He's enjoying this now. Going to the body once again. Usyk has felt quite a few of those ones throughout this contest. Now both men connect with the hook. Nice shots from Usyk, though he's looking a little bit more laboured in his movements now, looking tired after taking quite a few shots to the body. Joshua trying to rip it, but now he's taken two. He's on wobbly legs, Anthony Joshua. He's just trying to cover up. He's taken about 6 hooks in a row from Usyk, but he hasn't gone down. Now Usyk trying to fire back after the last round of Anthony Joshua. Big left hook. Joshua, the benefit for him is he's covering up for a lot of these ones, just getting a little bit of a connection on the glove. Usyk, bit of head movement. Joshua ducks. Usyk might be able to use an uppercut to his advantage here if he's got one in his arsenal. Goes with a little bit of a duck. There we go. Body shot. Ripped. Giving him the dig to the body. Now, he ate that jab, though. He ate it hard, and now he's backing up to the ropes. Usyk taking 2 body shots. He's saying he got hit in the dick. Sorry, that's probably not very professional commentary there. And back to the middle. Joshua now going to be marching forward. But Usyk, he handed a couple big strikes there. Joshua getting a couple of his own. 1 minute 10 left in this fight. Nice shot from Usyk going up high. After going down, Joshua smiles when he's hurt. And one really good body punch. And then you in the shadow round, says Nkosi. Now another uppercut coming from Anthony Joshua. This is a world championship fight, and Usyk trying to fight like a champion. Couple big shots. Joshua, he had his hands down. He was trying to block the body, but instead ate a couple to his jaw. After round 10 now, only 2 to go. Usyk, once again, 3 jabs thrown. Both men starting to fatigue. Fighting in Saudi Arabia. Joshua wants to meet him on the ropes. Trying to tire out Usyk. I think that is the tactic that he's going for here. They're both feeling it, though. Usyk just missing with that uppercut. Now, once again, Usyk going to be a bit more of the aggressor in this round. We saw a couple big shots on him. Now, nice uppercut from Usyk. I mentioned it earlier. Oh, now big shots. 10 seconds left. That's going to tire him out if he doesn't strike to the head. Bang, bang, body. Then up to the top with the right and the left. Usyk, I would say, has taken that round. And also, he hit him in the diddly. It's crazy and said, yeah, I feel like that commentary that I did in the middle of that round was literally just pure, like, chaos. But those two were going for it, swinging in the middle. And I Kiwi lads, and that wobbly legs, you get, after getting hit in the liver, or in the liver, and straight to the dick, says Joseph. And there as well, yeah. Unorthodox. It's what you'll see in the future if we do more boxing, I guess. Big shot to Usyk's jaw, though. Or Usyk's jaw, I should say. AJ, definitely wobbly. Says Obi, yeah, there were a few big shots, although also Usyk did end up eating one that did back him up a little bit with the jab. But yeah, at the end, it was bang, bang, bang. Left, right from Usyk. Vander Holyfield in attendance for this contest, and they are now starting to get right in behind it. The crowd, these two going for it. AJ smiles when he's hurt. And there says Crazy NZ, and reminds me of the Ruiz fight. And a new DAZN commentator says Joseph. And there are currently 3 minutes left of round number 11. We saw the sweat get smacked off the face of Joshua there with that left of Usyk. Now combo. Once again, Joshua looks to go back to the body, trying to rip it straight into the liver. Still good movement from Usyk. I thought that he was getting a little bit fatigued at the end of the last round, but he does seem like he has got a little bit more of those fresher legs for this round. He's going a lot more to the head than we're seeing from Anthony Joshua. Instead, Joshua looking to the body. He ate that one, but he has got pretty much the shot on the jaw and walks forward. Double shot to the body there, and two up the top from Usyk. Just covering up here. Anthony Joshua eats the left jab. Double jab there from Usyk there with the front hand, the right hand. Now firing it back across with the left and the right hook. Goes for the uppercut, misses it. Joshua tries a couple shots. A little bit of a weak uppercut effort there from Joshua. And now he covers up once again. Neither man has been dropped in this fight. Now another big shot. Usyk felt that one. He's just covering up. And they do clinch. Once again, might be a draw. Says Obi there. Would be a bit anticlimactic if it was, but it is certainly close at the moment. Joshua eats the right hook of Usyk. Once again, both men going for it here in round number 11. The question is, are we going to see a structured round 12, or will both men just absolutely throw caution to the wind? It's a championship fight. If Usyk feels that he's won it, he won't go too aggressive, I wouldn't think, in the final round, whereas Anthony Joshua, he's got everything to gain and nothing to lose. This stage, they are going to be splitting for the clinch. Once again, both men starting to fatigue. I believe this belongs to Usyk. I'm supporting AJ, but I think it's Usyk's match. Says Gareth there. Nice little pop with the right hand. The jab hook from Usyk. That one split the guard of Joshua, but he does still continue to try and march forward, being aggressive here, although he has got the longer reach for Anthony Joshua, so he probably can afford to be a little bit more on the outside. Almost ate a couple of those hooks from Usyk, who is starting to get a lot more labored in his movement, which could play into the advantage of Anthony Joshua, though I think his muscles are fatiguing as well. Good body shot there from Usyk to Anthony Joshua. Double pump to the body. Anthony Joshua, once again, almost getting warm for that low shot. And a triathlete would still be on the run, says Obi, although he hasn't been, like we said, hasn't been hit in the face 100 times into the body 50. And I don't think I've seen many triathletes eat one shot without falling down and not knowing where they are. That's going to be the end of round 11. One more to go. And yet, Gareth, I think so too. Even though I support the only way he wins is if he knocks them out. Yeah, 22 knockouts for Anthony Joshua of his 26 professional fights. He's won 24 of them at the moment. Usyk seems very focused in the corner. Couple big shots being fired back from either man. And there, now nice dodge. And yeah, that one was quite low. Usyk almost actually ended up dodging or parrying that one down to his low body parts. Also known in the groin region as an appendage. But now the final round, 3 minutes. At the moment, Usyk 106 to 103 is Manek's scorecard. Joshua needs a knockout. And now they meet in the middle. They touch gloves. And one last 3 minute round could be the difference between who wins. Joshua sticks the jab out. Usyk may be a little bit less aggressive in this round, or does he go for it? See whether or not he can get himself a possible knockout against AJ. Left hook there. They meet in the clinch. A nice break from Usyk. Just pushed him back and then gave him a good right jab. He's been throwing it out quite nicely. That was a bit of a shot, though, from Anthony Joshua on Usyk. Starting to wobble. Like they're saying, he doesn't look like he's sitting back. He wants to win the round, but he's just won a trip to the dentist, I would think, with a shot like that from AJ, who now goes with a couple more, backed up onto the ropes. Both men swinging, caution to the wind for this final round. 2 minutes left now on the clock. Usyk takes a couple more jabs from Anthony Joshua. He eats that one though, and that was probably the most rock we have seen AJ for the later stages of this fight. But he still marches forward. Double jab, boom, boom, with the left, and then the right comes in. The fatigue starting to set in. Huge left hook from Anthony Joshua. Usyk on slightly wobbly legs, hits the body. Both men go to the body. And now, reply from Usyk. Hits him with the three-piece combo. Both men jabbing. Both men want to win this one, and we're halfway through the last round. Usyk looking fatigued. It's going to be a timeout for the push from Anthony Joshua. Now, they are ready to go. It looks like Joshua's got a little bit of extra gas in the tank, maybe than Usyk at this point of the fight. That's over. AJ says over there, yeah, he's going to need a big shot here in the next minute 15 if he wants a chance to win this one. He grabs the head of Usyk, trying to hold him still that he can pummel him, but now he takes 3 shots. Or put him in a guillotine almost here for Anthony Joshua. You're not allowed to do that. Of course, we've been watching too much MMA. They want to know if this is good. So here's Garavia, both men going for it in the final round. Joshua's looking more tired now. Usyk getting his second wind and got him with a beautiful right hook that now has Anthony Joshua slightly wobbled. Usyk fires back. 40 seconds left. Neither of these men want to go down. It's a great hook, and now they do clinch. 30 seconds on the clock. That could decide this one. Like they're saying, Usyk, he doesn't need to be traded. He doesn't need to get in these firefights. A lot of people feel he has won this fight, but he is an absolute warrior, and he will go to the final whistle. He wants the knockout of AJ. And he's just hit a left-right combo as well. Damn, throwing everything at each other. They certainly are. Oh, Usyk. Anthony Joshua, a bit of a cheap shot there. While he was falling down, tried to get one final one. 10 seconds left. Joshua marches forward. That's the end of the fight. And both men threw everything into it. Wobbly legs almost for Anthony Joshua at the end. But I'd say that Usyk, I believe, has done enough. And that would be dead. Imagine if 15 rounds was still a thing. Yeah, these two wouldn't be walking at the end of it. They sit in the middle. Anthony Joshua goes face to face. Bows down to Usyk. Those two, a lot of mutual respect there. Second time that these two have fought, and now we wait to see the scorecards. Heavy hitters now, says Nathan. Yeah, they were both throwing absolutely everything into it. The end of that fight, that is for sure. Now we wait for the result. Do let me know who you think has won it, ladies and gentlemen. Does Usyk manage to retain his championship, or do we see, so how would it be a draw? Well, after that, Usyk by a silver. 15 rounds were needed, says Gareth in there. So Usyk by a silver, or by a sorry, that's not a silver, that's a sliver. Sorry, I read that wrong about 4 times. So you think Usyk wins it by maybe a couple points in the end, or just the 1 round? Oh no, it would have to be a couple, wouldn't it? No one knocked down though. And Usyk says trucking down under. It was exciting stuff. This is actually, like I mentioned, this is the first fight that I've watched live for boxing. I might have to do more of it in the future. I got quite excited in the middle. I said that someone got hit in the dick, which he did. To be fair, I think it's a draw. Both of them box very good. Says Rudolph. There, so now we await the judges' scorecard. Are in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Usyk takes by split, maybe unanimous decision. Says Joseph there. Anthony Joshua currently in the corner of Usyk. They're having another chat, these two. Joshua, I think I just read his lips and he said warrior, which I think is the perfect way of describing Usyk. Anthony Joshua. Okay, he said respect, bloody war, I think was another one that he said as well, and he was also going to start counting on his fingers. He got to 1 and he decided that he wasn't going to do that. I saw that D shot as well, says Rudolph, and below the belt says Nathan and Noodles. Says Ben Levy right. The scorecards, believe, have almost been tallied. We are about to find out whether or not I almost said the referee, but whether or not Michael Buffer is going to say and still or and new. They both hold up the Ukrainian flag for Anthony Joshua and Usyk, and the referee is in the middle as well. But now we are about to find out the winner of this fight. It looks like Anthony Joshua actually signed that Ukrainian flag. A very nice touch from AJ there. And yeah, that's what I calculated too. AJ lost by a round, and the only thing he won is a trip to the dentist, says Nkosi. Yeah, it was a good shot, that one. That was straight through. Now, the scorecards are in. Michael Buffer, where are you? There's about 50 people in the ring. I'm looking around for him. Where is he? Is he over there? Or is he over there? He might not even be in the ring. Right, they're going to the scorecards. Okay, 115, 113 for Anthony Joshua. 115 to 113, Alexander Usyk. It's going to come down to one judge. 116 to 112. For your winner by split decision, and still it will be Alexander Usyk winning by split decision. The Ukrainian has kept the belt, and now he is draped in gold once again. And also we have got there the Ukrainian flag. Says Nathan. AJ's gone so bad. Says Rudolph there. So yeah, one judge had 115 to 113. Another judge 115 to 113. So it was a split. And that judge, what the hell? Says Obi. So 116, 112. Okay, so one of the commentators or who did the scoring actually had it as 116 to 112 as well. So I'd say that a few of those earlier rounds probably went the way of Usyk, other than maybe the first two could have gone Joshua's way, and then Usyk a few in a row there, building momentum in the middle. So Usyk won, he did indeed. And Usyk has been able to retain good decisions. He's striking down under, yeah, fair enough. Says Gareth in there as well. But nonetheless, I guess that is almost going to be the end of this live stream. Is this something you guys would like to see more of in the future for boxing? Do let me know. It will more than likely be on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, just because we know that copyright sometimes with the boxing can be a thing. But yeah, if you do want to see more of it, do let me know, as I had a great time. It's a great way to start a Sunday. We're currently sitting at 11:08 a.m. I believe this afternoon we are also getting some pet lambs in the backyard. That will be an interesting one. We'll have to teach them how to play rugby. Probably not. We'll probably just let them drink from the bottle and whatnot. Yeah, we'll see whether or not maybe the lambs want to do some sort of video. Oh, we could do that thing, how you get lambs to predict the Rugby World Cup. And yes, Kiwi Lab Fight Night. I love my boxing, so I'm here. Says Gareth in there as well. So yeah, I'm not too sure whether or not we've got UFC later on today. We'll see how we're going and whether or not George is coming around or whether it is just myself and whatnot. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. No one dropped in this fight. The fact that no one got knocked down, and the fact that I've learned now for title fights, that's actually a rarity, kind of feels a little bit special. They're in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium as well. And it does seem like the crowd definitely got their money's worth for this battle. But nonetheless, like I mentioned, I think we are near the end of this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Anthony Joshua looked like, okay, Anthony Joshua, he was going to leave the arena, but now he heads back to the ring. So I think he was thinking about walking away, and whoop, there it is, whoop, there it is, whoop, there it is. Says Nkosi as well. Anthony Joshua, he's probably going to be interviewed a few times here. Same with Alexander Usyk. Now, does that set up a new fight? Usyk versus one of the other men in the heavyweight division. I know that someone mentioned Tyson Fury earlier on, Deontay Wilder. Okay, Anthony Joshua is calling for a microphone here. He's kind of gone rogue. He said to Usyk, "You aren't strong. You shouldn't have beaten me." Or Or he did say, sorry, I worded that wrong. He said, okay, he wanted the Ukrainian flag back. But yeah, he pretty much said, how did he beat me? He's not as strong, but it's skill. I think Anthony Joshua, is he retiring here? Okay, Anthony Joshua is having a speech here, and Fury will smoke Usyk at OMG. It's his last fight. He will retire. And who won? It was in the end Usyk, who was able to get a love it. Cheers, Hamish. Says Joseph. I mean, it's a weird one from Joshua there. So, Anthony Joshua here is going a little bit rogue. Okay, we're going to do 3 cheers. Okay, I'm just listening to them at the moment. Okay, I'm just listening to Anthony Joshua at the moment. Sorry, I went really quiet. And also, I've got there, is this his Kanye West moment? Little bit by the sounds of it. Here we go. Says Nkosi. Right. Now, Usyk has got the mic. Does he speak English? Usyk, I don't think I've ever heard him talk. No, he didn't want the mic. He gave it away. Like they've said, it was a truly unique moment. I think we're seeing all of the weirdness in this fight. So, the gist of it, it's kind of seemed weird for Anthony Joshua halfway through. The way that he worded it was like he said, I could have done better. This guy, he must have put in a lot of effort because he somehow was able to beat me or something along those lines. So, like, yeah, it's an interesting one. And Hamish buffering. Yeah, I was very confused. Nonetheless, I think that is going to be the end of this live stream. Anthony has his head. It's hit his head too many times, says Nkosi. And there is over. Nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And we will see you all